I feel like you are going to be asked to step into another world. Hi, my name's Dee and welcome to Untitled Tarot. Welcome back if you've been here before, and hello to any new visitors to the channel. Now, I did do readings for Mars transits Capricorn, which initially was going to be Mars ingress Capricorn, but hey ho, you know, time passes, events happened. So I'm vaguely on time with Saturn ingressing Aquarius. Now, Saturn is only making a brief-ish visit into Aquarius before it goes retrograde and returns back to all this wonderful Capricorn energy that we've all been experiencing, and then moves forward again towards Aquarius at the end of the year, I believe. But I thought it might be useful to look at the energies that Saturn brings with its brief visit into Aquarius. To quote, I think it was horoscope.com or something, grounded Saturn helps unconventional Aries get its act together. So Saturn is the ancient ruler of Aquarius. So Saturn, that's now Uranus, which as we all know is in Taurus at the moment with Venus. But Saturn is at least at home in Aquarius, and all of a sudden it should be that time is turning on our side to help us bring the more unconventional into our lives, or bring the more unconventional into being. At least that's the ideal hope from this incredibly amateur and not at all an astrologer. So that's what I'm looking at. My notes. That's what I'm looking at, is the energies that Saturn's brief visit to Aquarius are bringing and how best we can use them. So any details about the reading is in the description below. There's a link there for your free birth chart as well, because with these sort of readings you want to watch your sun sign, your moon sign and your rising sign, especially the rising sign, because in ancient astrology that was the most important one. All the other details are down below. This is a general reading, so I suppose general reading rules apply, but it's more of an oracle card based reading than a standard tarot reading spread anyway. So there isn't exactly a past and a present. We're looking at what energies are coming in and how best to deal with them. And on that note, let me bring up the cards. Okay, Virgo, and welcome Virgo rising if you've jumped ahead via the timestamp. And any other Virgos that might be here, you know, Venus, Moon. Right, the overall energy of your reading is the Tower. Do not despair, because I'm actually thinking that this is a really, really, really good thing. Now, as Virgo rising, this will be occurring in your 6th house, you know, the work, health and duty area of your life. And duty is, whether you're Virgo moon or Virgo sun, duty is quite implicit in this reading, but it's, again, I do fairly self-focused reading, so it's duty to yourself. There's something that you are preparing for. There's something that you are being shifted and moved along for. We have, right after the Tower, the Council of Light, divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. Clarifying that, we have the Buddha prepares, showing the preparation that you have to be going through before you embark with the Chariot here on a whole new role, a whole new... this is a very real world, very physical world, very outer life expression that you are preparing yourself for, but it is mirroring your inner life. Now, you are being asked to take a chance here, and this depends. There's two things I get from these: behind a mask and two of scrolls, two worlds, both of which can show that you've not been feeling free in your current role in life to show who you are, to show your spirituality or your practicality or your some quality or another. So you have that opportunity of the fact that you have been living in two worlds, one on the outside, one on the inside. You have the opportunity here to harmonize those two things, to create some form of fulfillment here with this Three of Cups. Because we have this side, I choose my battles carefully with the Knight of Swords, but the journey, Seven of Roses, and paths unknown, the Eight of Scrolls. But paths unknown is where you want to be heading, because we have new beginnings here with Vihuya. The Tower is clarified by Beath or birth, that whole new time coming into being. And as I was saying about harmonizing the two worlds, we've got the Two of Cups here. The other thing that I'm getting from this, which is completely flies in the face of what I've just said, so on that odd occasion I am going to say take what resonates and leave the rest, but I also think both are going to be true. I feel like you are going to be asked to step into another world where you can't necessarily show certain aspects of yourself and explore that other world and take a chance in it. It might be a world where you don't feel skilled because it is a completely new world, and you might be feeling a little out of your depth, even though in your old world the depth that you was in was probably much deeper, but it was waters that you understood rather than waters that you don't. But you, either way, you are going to surprise yourself. And if you are being led to go into that second world, there is a reason for this. You are being prepared for something. So that also makes me think that since you are being prepared for something by dipping your toes in the other world, that it is a temporary thing. Right, so I'm not going to say take what resonates, leave the rest, because I think both are true. They just happen to fly in the face of one another in a way. But we have exceeding expectations clarified by wishes fulfilled, then clarified again by the Magician card. Okay, so you, if you are put into this new environment where it's almost like you're landed there and you go, what? Hey, what? What am I doing here? Why am I here? There's, that's fine. Enjoy it. I don't think there's any particular challenge that is going to make you feel really bad about yourself. There might be the odd thing that makes you go, "Oh, I'm not sure if I can do that." Fine. Give it a go. What have you got to lose? This is a temporary thing. This too shall pass. Just as this current entry of Saturn into Aquarius shall also pass. It's only brief before it goes retrograde. But you are setting yourself up for a whole new beginning, a whole new journey. The clarity will be coming, but only once you have passed the barrier of, if I go this way, I don't know what will happen. I've got no idea. But if it's feeling right, if you've been given information that will help you want to go that way, if you can feel the subtle, if you can feel the subtle boot up the backside by spirit saying, try this way, then go for it. Then once you've passed that barrier, that's when your clarity will come with this Ace of Swords here. This is a huge changing time. If you're looking for love, possible, but I don't think this is a love thing that's going on here. This is, or if it is, it's all tied up in so much other stuff. You might find love in this whole new world that you're being drawn into, but there is a little bit that you are being asked to keep to yourself. That's fine. We are multidimensional beings, and you can be more than one thing at a time, and you can exist in more than one world at a time. So you were going to find some wish fulfillment both in this strange new world and beyond it. So whatever it is that you are being prepared for, I've got no idea what you're being prepared for here, because it's not that sort of spread. It's not going to tell me that. But there is training that you are experiencing that is going to set you up lovely for something else later along the line, possibly when Saturn returns to Aquarius, that you'll be needing to do. So, however, all this starts with a bang. We are starting with the Tower card. We are starting with the shattering of structures. So nothing more symbolic than Saturn leaving Capricorn, leaving the sign of structure and going into the sign of frequency and wavelength. That is the sort of shift from Newtonian physics to more radiation. So I'm not going to go into quantum or relativity or anything like that. But the difference between a particle, like a brick, and a particle wave duality, like light, like lots of things. Because if you think about it, you can be said that a lot of physical particles are waveforms in the sense that they are probably more in one place than in another place. So they are probability waves. That's maybe getting a bit technical and a bit physics, but that's the shift of your focus from, if I drop a brick, it will land, it will bounce, or it will shatter, and it will probably damage whatever it lands on, don't let it be somebody's head, to, oh, light, young slits experiments, X-rays, cosmic rays. It's a whole new way of thinking, a whole new way of looking at the interactions, and that's what's opening up to you. And that's why initially you may retreat behind a mask. But I think what you keep to yourself, you are going to be playing a role. Because I don't feel bad about this behind a mask card at all. I feel more like it's an actor putting the mask on for the role that they're going to play for the next 2.5 hours on stage, and then they go off stage and they return to being themselves again. But on stage is a completely different world to off stage. Off stage, you would say, is the more important, but here I do feel there is an equal balance of importance between your on stage and your off stage world. This is really nice. This is very challenging. Okay? You are. If I got a nice oracle that I can just give you a little bit of comfort with. How about the Moonology? I haven't done this for anybody else. Let's see what the Moonology oracle is saying. If it will shuffle. They're a bit cold and all stuck together. Right, go on. Give me one card for Virgo. Because they have a lot of challenges coming up here. And a lot of interesting... Okay, we have a flipper. And it is... Okay, there's 3 cards flipped. And they're all relevant. We have... Step out of your comfort zone. Expect powerful change. I mean, what have I just said? And the energy is gaining momentum. Now, this card links to me with that Council of Light card. This is something that you are supposed to be doing, just as what you have just done was something that you were supposed to be doing. But this is not even so much chapter 2, this is book 2. This is, or at least, let's talk TV series. You've done season 1. You're in, let's talk Doctor Who TV series. You've done season whatever, 1. Now it's the time for the Christmas special before season 2 comes up. And season 2 is obviously the Saturn in Aquarius come after December this year. So try not to let your head spin too much, because there's going to be a lot for you to take on board, but every single one of these cards say you can do it and this is what you are supposed to be doing. So Best of luck, Virgo. If this means anything to you already, and there's always the chance that you're feeling the effects of that tower at the minute, because, hey, look at what's happening in the world with the coronavirus and the self-isolation and lots of people losing their jobs already and all the various things that are happening. You may be feeling the rumble of that tower as the tower shakes already. So if you are, comment down below. The whole point of this reading is to give you some hope, because if there hasn't been another reading so far today that expresses better that there is a greater plan, or at least that you, meaning your higher self, has a greater plan. You will be fine. There is a greater plan here, and it is good. Okay, so comment down below. Press subscribe while you're there. Every subscription helps the channel. And join the Facebook group that's in the description as well, because that way you get more effective notifications of when I post a video. All right? Cheers.